Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be working on a MacBook Pro lot that I purchased from a supplier of mine who decided to liquidate his faulty laptops. And I bought the two 13-inch ones for 35 euros because they're supposed to be 7th generation i5 or i7. And the 15-inch one for 25 euros, believe it or not. This is an A1707. And obviously they were sold as faulty. So let's begin with the small ones to see what is wrong with them. On the exterior, they seem to be in a somewhat decent condition. Screws missing, of course, some dents on the corners. Screen suffering from the keyboard scratches. Other than that, seems to be in a good condition. Let's plug in our Type-C Ampmeter and see what it does. Switches to 20 volts. Seems to be charging, or at least, yes, trackpad is clicking. Let's see if it turns on. It does. It chimed. Apple logo. Yep. And it shut down, just like that. 0 amps here. Did something move? Let's do it again. 20 volts. Trackpad is clicking. Apple logo. And as soon as it... Did it shut down or did the backlight? Oh, it rebooted. That's interesting. Let's wait to see that again. It seems to be charging quite well. From the current it's drawing, 2.9 amps. That's good. It's the normal. And it shut down again. As soon as it loads the input password menu, it shuts down. So let's go ahead and remove the Type-C here. We'll put a sticker here and let's call this number 1, and this shuts down as soon as it boots up. Let's check the other one. This will be our number 2. This also seemed to have some dents and scratches and marks and things like that. Obviously it will, otherwise they wouldn't be selling it for 35 euros. This one has a broken bezel here that says MacBook Pro as well. Other than that, some minor stuff here and there. Connect the Type-C adapter, 20 volts, 0 amps. Oh. It seems to be looping. We have no activity on the trackpad. Let's try the other port. I don't know which of these faults is more serious. I'm guessing this one, because this doesn't even turn on. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and obviously no screws on this one as well. I've seen some of you putting things on the corners here or here and trying to open the bottom cover like that. Just take a suction cup on one corner, lift it up, and just pull it away. I think this is the easiest way to open the bottom of the MacBook. Wait, the invoice said that, which one is this? Let me check the serial number. The RHV2H, obviously they're not typed here with a serial number, but one of them says that it's 16 gigs 500 SSD. They both say the same thing, but no SSD here. Moving along, let's go ahead and check what's wrong with this laptop. First thing we always do, not counting the condition of the laptop, we don't care about that. First thing we always do is disconnect the battery, and then we proceed removing the rest of the screws, if we find the correct screwdriver, that is. Yes, we lost one. So let's remove the battery screw as well. The magnetic pad here. This is a fairly easy laptop to disassemble. As with the shield here is missing. Screws here are not the correct ones. These are the ones that are used for the hinge covers, which are also missing. I just saw. Another shield is missing here. Somebody has, what the hell is this? Look at this. Somebody has assembled the laptop with LCD cables on top of the Wi-Fi antenna and not on the bottom. So obviously whoever did this had no clue. Moving along, I'm getting disappointed as we move along, by the way. I'm not very optimistic we will be able to fix this, or that this will have only one problem. But we're too involved in this now, so we should keep going. Maybe we can make some money off of it, even if it's not fixable. Maybe we can use it for parts. Let's remove the logic board. Come on. Okay. Seems to be in a decent condition. No signs of visible liquid damage. Some minor things here and there, but nothing special. Someone has taken a piece off of this. I don't know if it's, you can see it. Look, can you see that? Maybe somebody put something here to remove the logic board. I don't know. Okay, we will take care of the cables here after we've checked the logic board. So let's do this one more time to see if there was something on the case that was not allowing the logic board to turn on. 5 volts, switching to 20, 0 amps. Before it was drawing like 330 milliamps. Now it's doing nothing. Let's check the other Type C as well. Switches to 20, still no amps drawn. Let's bring our little yellow friend here. And start checking some things around. Let's remove the power. So we should always put this like this, but I don't know if it's visible on your side. Stay put. No, it's not. So let's leave it like this. Okay. So if we put this on resistance mode and we actually untangle the probes because they're a mess. Okay, much better. So black on resistance mode, black probe always goes to ground, and we measure the fuse here, which is the PP bus G3 hot. This is working, right? Okay. We can see that there is no short here, or on the other side as well. We can check the LDOs on the CD3215, but that will be in a later state. Even if you don't know what the main power rails are, or you don't have a schematic or a board view software, you can just measure around the big caps, or the caps that are very close together, like these ones, or these ones. Oh, okay. So this one says 0.4 ohms. I don't know what this is. Let's check again. Yes, this is not okay. And if we, this is an 820-00840, by the way, so let's check on the board view software what that is. 840. Oh, there it is. No. 840. So these caps here are for the PP5 VS4. Okay. Okay. So let's hope that if we inject 1 volt there, because it's not supposed to be 0 ohms, it's resistance, I mean. It says 0.5, which is almost a direct short to ground. Not almost, it is. So let's go ahead and turn our power supply on. Set it to 1 volt. And try the freezing method. Okay, let's connect this to ground, find ground. This screw hole should do fine. And here, what, did I just get the cap? What? Was it? So it's still this cap. Let's inject some voltage on another cap. The other corresponding lines are under the CD3215, so if we inject here, still the same cap gets hot. Okay, let's remove that. Fortunately, we have lots of donor boards, because these motherboards tend to, well, I'm not gonna say they break more easily, but I'm gonna say that they have sold much more of these laptops than the other ones, at least here in Greece. So soldering iron on. Good. Was this one right? Okay, let's apply some flux. And we need the solder as well. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see better. Okay, just remind me to zoom out when I'm done. Apply some solder on one side and lift it up gently, like so. And do the same on the other side, and it should pop right off. Come on. Like that. Good. clean this area a little bit. Okay. Wick. Where's the wick? Where's our little John wick? Oh. I odd for nothing because I didn't find it. Oh, there it is. Let's clean this up a little bit. And after that, let's check that the short is gone. So if we measure here and here, can you see that? No, you can't. So I'm gonna put it right here. So if we measure here, there's no more short. Let's take this away. And now, donor board. I'm gonna remove the same cap from the same location as this one. Oh, I should have measured it. So let's do that now. I'm not gonna measure there because I don't want to get my probes dirty. So I'm gonna measure this one. Can you see that? Come on. I'm gonna measure this one. No short here. So let's remove that. And place it on our board. And hopefully, this is going to be an easy fix. And if we add an SSD, we can actually make some money off of this purchase. Well, that cap went bye-bye. And let me see. They're the same caps, so we can remove this one. I'm guessing I should do it in a more gentle way. The squeaking sound is normal. This won't budge for nothing. Let's try this one. Add some flux. Don't make me hot air your ass out of there. Come on, move. I said move. Oh my God, what are these caps made of? Mithril? What the hell is that? Let's get these out of the way because when you're trying to remove something, always preheat the area around the thing you're gonna remove so that it's desoldered easier. Yes, now you're melting, sure. Okay, and just place it on the board we're trying to fix. No, like this. Okay. Come on. Oh. Good. Take this out of the way. Let's zoom out. Clean our working mat. Let this cool for a little bit, or if you want to help it, you can do it like so. Powerful fan, by the way. Okay, that should do. And now, let's try this again. 5 volts. 20 volts. Whoa, look at that. Would you look at that? Let's bring the rest of the laptop here. And now we actually need to, oh, come on. We need to remove the Wi-Fi antenna and place the LCD cables or the T-con the correct way in here and hope that they have not managed somehow to ruin the LCD, because that's the most, well, expensive part this laptop has. Maybe that's the one that could be salvaged and used on another repair if somebody has broken their screen or something. And maybe that's the only way that this is gonna make some sense, because I don't know if these laptops are sold nowadays or if they're worth any good money, but we'll see. Holy anyway, I need to remove. Yes, this is the first time I've seen this, by the way. This I have seen a lot of things in my days, but this is the first time I've seen this. Okay, so let's get this out. Okay, we need to screw this one first. And cross our fingers that the LCD is working. Okay. No, you come here. Chill. Let's put this here as well. Okay. Okay, Wi-Fi antenna back in place. Come on, like this. What is this? Is this flux? Okay, let's put the screws back for the T-con. The two large ones go on the side, and the two smaller ones normally go in the middle, but this laptop has seen better days for sure. Okay, let's place the motherboard here, or the logic board, whatever you want to call it. Get these out of the way. This is the audio jack flex cable, the left speaker, the Wi-Fi antenna cables, the LCD cable. You need to get in there, okay? This is the keyboard connector. And this is the right speaker. Trackpad cable here, of course. Let's put back the battery screw and connect the battery flex cable here. Should be good. And let's go test this again. Oh, we have a clicking trackpad. Come on, chime. Show me the Apple logo. Oh, it made a charging sound. We should see a flashing folder icon because it has no SSD in it. I just want to see some picture. I see backlight here. I don't know if it's visible. Is it? Yeah, you can see that when you put a little pressure here, it bleeds. You see that? So let's wait for the flashing folder icon. Hopefully Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's count this one as a success. We still need to see if it will run smoothly when we put an SSD in it, and check if the battery is okay and if it needs anything else to be done. And for the time being, we will go to the first one. This was the one that shut down as soon as it booted up. So another magnetic pad there for our screws, or for whatever it has in it, because the last one didn't have anything in it. No screws on the bottom. Let's go ahead. Same way. Don't put things here. Just get a suction cup, lift one side, lift the other, and just slide it away. Okay, this one has an SSD. I'm guessing it's gonna be like 128 gigabytes, because ain't no way this has 16 gigs and 500 gigabyte SSD. As I said before, no matter the state or the condition of the laptop, what we always do first is disconnect the battery. And since this, by the way, has both hinge covers, the LCD cables are wired or placed the correct way. Not that many screws missing, so maybe this one is a better deal for us than the other one. Let's remove the logic board and see if we can find any signs of corrosion or anything out of the ordinary that would suggest that that is the reason for this laptop to be rebooting as soon as it's booting up. Or if we're going to be unlucky and it's something like the CPU or the GPU, which of course it's inside the CPU. This one has no discrete graphics. Okay, so we're missing this one. As I've said, don't be lazy. Remove the hinge cover and then remove this screw in here. Don't put your screwdriver like that. Okay, and now with those removed and these disconnected, okay, and this screw here as well, I'm guessing we can remove the logic board. Okay. As again, oh, this is a 5. Oh, really? Okay, that's nice. Screen works as we've seen before. It powers up, shows the input password screen, and then it shuts down. So screen is okay. SSD is 512 gigabytes, so this is a good deal. Even if it's not fixed and we cannot use it to be sold or anything like that, we can still make a profit out of the parts. There has been some soldering here. And this coil here, I don't know if it's visible. It has some solder here and it's broken. I don't know what this is. But we can replace it and see if that fixes our problem. I'm sort of tempted to remove the heatsink as well, because I want to see what's going on under that. So let's remove the hard drive. Someone has been here before, as you can see. Otherwise they wouldn't be selling it for 35 euros. Also, let's remove 4 screws here so that we can remove the heatsink. Okay, so that's a good sign. It still has the factory... what is it? What is it called? Thermal paste. There we go. There we go. It's called thermal paste. My brain has stopped braining. Let's clean that up. Careful, you don't want to get any of that on your clothes. It will never come off. You need to burn them. So let's clean this up. I'm just brushing it away. Okay. So I'm guessing something is being shorted there. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Should I put it under the microscope for you? I should put it under the microscope for me as well. So let's stop messing around and put this under the microscope. Microscope is here. Microscope is not working. Let's check this again. Okay. So start recording. Let's see what's going on under here. Can you see that? I don't know if this is making any contact or not. It's supposed to be making some contact. This has some flux here. So I'm guessing somebody has done something to this. Let's check the rest of the logic board. Type-C seems to be okay. Nothing on this side. CPU has not been messed with. The other side. Seems okay to me. A little bit of corrosion here, nothing special. We're missing one of the sponges here. Since it switches to 20 volts and charges the battery, I'm guessing this one is okay. And this one is okay as well. So, other than the coil and the double MOSFET here, I see nothing else that could be triggering the reboot thingy. And with that being said, let's cover the CPU. And let's try to remove the coil and see if we need to solder the rest of the things here, because this has a crack, this has a crack. Let's bring the board we just harvested the cap from so that we can... Should I take all the parts? Should I take 1, 2, 3? These are the phases of the CPU, by the way. So should I take all of them? It's gonna be too much heat for the board, but let's do this the correct way. Remove the coils first because they absorb a lot of heat, and it will make your life much more difficult to remove these ones if you don't remove the coil. This should come off more easily. Yep. And let's check if this one is moving now. Okay. This one is off as well. And let's remove the third one. Come on. Okay, there we go. Now let's remove the FDMF chips here. So we got this one. Good. I don't know what they use to solder and desolder, but it smells like blech. Okay. We should be using our wick to clean around this area a little bit. So now that it's hot, clean the old solder here. And this one here. And a little bit pads of the FDMF chips. Always remember to clean your wick tip, so that it does its job better. Come on. And the last one here. Always remember to clean your wick. Cut the tip off. Okay. Okay. Seems a little bit better to me. Now that we removed the 3 coils and the FDMF chips there, let's clean our board a little bit from the excessive flux, because it's going to make our life miserable. Okay. Okay, good. We need a cloth here to clean the board as well as we can. And now we need to harvest those 3 coils with the 3 FDMF chips by applying some flux here. Oh, before we do that, let me just try to prepare the area here to receive the new stuff. And we do that by adding some flux, and you can either add some solder paste or some flux, or some solder, it's up to you. I'm going to use some solder paste because it has a lower melting temperature. This is 183 degrees paste. Some of it here, and some like this. Okay, let's do these ones here as well. This is going to be a long video. I hope you will find this useful and it will teach you something, even if it's in the other direction. It will teach you not to do something, or it will create a mindset that if you have the opportunity to fix something well, then you should fix it well, and you should change everything and not just the obvious fault, if that was the fault in the first place. Okay, now that that's ready, we should not waste these sponge thingies. And this CPU is fried. This is why this is a donor board, so we're gonna go ahead and preheat our board here. And we will start by removing the first coil. and the first FDMF here. Okay, let's move along to the second one. Stay here. And now let's remove the second FDMF. Okay. This one broke. So let's remove the FDMF here. Okay. And let's try to put them where they belong. So FDMFs first. I'm just gonna gently place them over their pads, and then we will use the hot air to make them go and sit where they're supposed to be sitting. Hopefully not create a lot of solder blobs like these ones, but even if we do, it's better than that making no contact. So no, go away, we don't like solder blobs. Come on. I should remove this one here as well. Can you see what I'm doing? There's a solder blob right there. It's better if it goes on the outside. We can clean it more easily. Sit. And now it's gonna move again. Yeah. Is this in its place? Oh mama. Let's start cleaning up our mess. Okay. Okay. Anywhere else? A little bit here. Okay. And a little bit here. Okay. This cap should go here. Okay. We should wick this side. And put it back here. And now let's put the coils back. First one, second one, and the third one. So this should stay here, this should stay here, and this one should stay here. I don't like this one. This is cracked. Can you see this? This is cracked here. Let's remove this. And let's use this one instead. Okay. Let's check. First one, let's try to remove the blobs out of there. I don't think they're making any contact with something, but just so that we're okay. Now stop the recording, clean this thing a little bit because we've made a total mess. And let's see if that has fixed our problem. We should apply some fresh thermal paste after, of course, we've cleaned the old one. I don't want to do that up there because it's gonna mess up with my bench. So let's clean this up real good. Thermal paste. Okay. Heatsink reapplied. Come on. Okay. And let's put the screws back so we can check if this has stopped rebooting as soon as it boots up. And if we hopefully have managed to fix it so that we can make a profit for ourselves. I don't even know what these are worth anymore. Are they like 200 euros? 250? Well, I'm guessing the higher the specs, the better they sell, but we know for sure that this has a 512 gigabytes SSD. So maybe this one can be sold for a decent amount of money. I mean, anything higher than the 35 euros I paid for it is going to be decent money, but you know, when you're in business, you should try and maximize your profit without, of course, being not reasonable. I'm not going to sell this for 1,000 euros because it's not worth that amount of money. But anyway, you get the gist. Let's try reassembling this. Don't forget the sponges. Is this thing recording? Oh, it is. Nice. Now let's reassemble the logic board here. Take this out of the way. I said take this out of the way. And start reconnecting things. LCD cable first. Wi-Fi antenna cables second. And this one, we should be putting the battery screw back. Okay. Open this and then put the battery flex back in. Come on. Okay. For the sakes of testing, let's reconnect the SSD here because at least this had a software installed. And let's reapply power. It still switches to 20 volts. That's a good sign. Trackpad is clicking. That's also a good sign. We have an Apple logo. Also a good sign. Now let's cross our fingers that when it boots up, it doesn't reboot. Come on. Wow, would you look at that? It's staying on. I don't know what the password for this might be. Oh, it's 1234. My computer was restarted because of a problem. Let's ignore that for the time being. Let's cross our fingers one more time that this is a 16 gigs. I doubt that. Wow, would you look at that? This is a 16 gigs. It's a 2017 because it has Ventura installed on it. See, 500 gigabytes SSD as we've seen on the disassembly. And let's check the battery. Power. Cycle count 1. This has a new battery installed. Wow, this was a very, very good deal. Oh, this video has been too long for me to try and fix the third MacBook as well, so I'm gonna cut it here and I'll make another video on that one. I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, I hope you learned something from it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.